a little kid losing at a game, they take the ball from the field and switch their allegiance to the man who would be George Bush III, John McCain. In the decision we make, it's imperative that we address the future. That's what this is all about. Quality of life is the singular global issue, and it's upon all of us to seek it for all. Our hopes for our children are the clearest path to that end, and I would like to sum up in this way. I don't believe that being in the habit of impeaching our presidents, for example, the silliness of the Clinton affair, is a beneficial one for our system. However, I learned a long time ago that the toughest guy on the block is the one with the least to lose. And though most Democrats were initially critical of President Ford's decision to pardon Richard Nixon, what was most appalling were the revisionist positions expressed upon the death of Gerald Ford. Democrat after Democrat lined up to praise his unifying of our country in a divided time. And yes, in the short term, that was a reasonable success. But as the toughest guy on the block is the one with the least to lose, so is the weakest the one with the most. We see it in the death penalty state statistics, where executions serve no purpose of deterrence because the homicidal mind so often considers that there's nothing to lose. But if these elitist terrorists, these elitist traitors of the Bush administration had grown their political careers as Richard Nixon ended his in prison, I think it's a pretty good bet that their feeding at the trough, devouring our Constitution, would have been kept to a minimum. We have to focus on equal justice and accountability if we're to achieve the democracy we dream of. We all know that another hurricane is threatening the Gulf Coast at this very moment. So few have been held accountable to the disastrous and inhuman response to the devastation that was Katrina. We have a long, long way to go, and we should all pray that the defining moment will not come in the form of a Category 5 hurricane in the coming days or weeks. But even were that current threat not present, Katrina still would be. Not only have we not held those who failed the Gulf Coast accountable, we have continued to fail the needs of those in the Gulf Coast today. The defining moment really is that whoever you vote for, you better hold his ass to the fire. Putting on pressure, district by district, media outlet by media outlet, that as it is our job, it is theirs to serve this country's great Constitution. The next time somebody says the words, "How dare Ralph Nader run?" you ask them what they did for their country today. If they're doing their job, Ralph Nader's intelligence, patriotism, and obligation by any means to have his voice, truly representative of so many of ours, heard, Ralph will be the last thing that gets in their way. But if you find them dumbstruck, mindlessly hostile, or arrogantly dismissive, tell them Ralph's coming for them. We've got to stop telling people not to think and speak. And I thank for my opportunity to speak today my friend Matt Gonzalez, Ralph Nader, and in particular all of you. Thank you very much.